Hey there, Pisces. It's Bridget with Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We're going to jump right into the fun stuff. So, we're going to start with a message from the universe. From there, go into tarot and then wrap everything up with an Alchemy of the Spirit card. And if this is the type of content you like on YouTube, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but really does mean the world to me. So, thank you. And Pisces, your message from the universe. Try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new memories. Okay, spirit guides, come join Pisces and myself for this tarot reading, please. Please guide my hands and my heart so that we can have some fun. And Pisces, your first card is the Five of Wands with the Six of Wands, 10 of Wands with the High Priestess, the Knight of Wands, a lot of fire energy going on today, with the Emperor, the Hermit, with the King of Swords. Okay, Pisces, let's start with this Five of Wands for your current energy. So, there's a little conflict going on in your world. There are some clashing egos, some hassles, some disagreements, some competition possibly. But that hassle, that competition is going to lead to some kind of recognition for you with the Six of Wands. So we go from a 5 to a 6. You're definitely moving up in the world, but those clashing egos, that hassle, the competition that you're feeling, you're coming out on top. And it's almost as if the people in the background are staring at you with jealousy. It's that kind of recognition. So spirit guides, why do we have the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands here for Pisces? More wands. We've got the 3 now. So the Three of Wands is a card that could be as simple as travel. Are you looking to take a break and get out of Dodge? Are you traveling for work? Or this could be exploration of the unknown. So yes, travel is an easy way to say exploration of the unknown, but exploring the unknown is so much more than travel. This can be done from your living room. Exploring the unknown could be doing some research on a place you never visited, learning something new. You know, there's lots of ways to interpret the whole exploring the unknown, okay? But the Three of Wands is also a card of vision. Okay, so if you have something in your mind that you want to accomplish, that you want to go see in the world, hold that thought and make plans to go do it. So we're going from the Five of Wands to the Six of Wands, and then the Three of Wands, which is telling us, hey, there's some exploration of the unknown in your future. Because we're going to move on to the second position, which is possible conflicts, if any. We're starting off with the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is telling me that you feel like you are overworked. The weight of the world is on your shoulders, and that burden might be getting a little too heavy. But then we have the High Priestess. And with these two cards combined, you're being asked to really look within, to really trust what your gut is telling you as far as completing the 10 of Wands cycle. So yes, you might feel like you were left holding the bag. You might be pushing yourself a little too hard with that 10 of Wands. And the High Priestess is here to tell you, you know better. Why are you pushing yourself so hard when you really should be possibly resting? Like the High Priestess is all about your intuition and your self-trust, your inner knowing. So Spirit guides, why do we have 10 of Wands and High Priestess here for Pisces or possible challenges? The 5 of Cups. We might have a little regret going on. We have some disappointment, possibly some guilt and some loss. So if we are feeling overburdened and if we feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders, then the 5 of Cups is like really adding on to that kind of feeling. See, with the 5 of Cups, this card also represents looking at the negative, like focusing on the negative in life. And maybe that's what the High Priestess wants you to know. You've got to switch the way you look at things. So maybe you're not overburdened with the 10 of Wands, but your negative outlook with the 5 of Cups is making you feel like you're overworked and overburdened because you're not getting the rest that you need. But there's something going on inside of you that trusting of your inner self that has to happen. So we then move into our third position, which is advice from Spirit. My apologies if you just heard that really loud siren because we got more coming, if you can hear that. So the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about passion. This is a card that when you see it in a reading, you're being asked to make a quick decision. See, the wands are all about fire. And when you're talking about fire, obviously fire is passionate. It is fiery. It is all about enthusiasm and energy. So the Knight of Wands is here to ask you to make a quick decision when you're asked the question, okay? Because the Emperor is here to ask you the question. The Emperor is all about structure, stability. This is a very protective kind of energy, and it's very father-like. So, Spirit guides, why do we have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor here for advice from Spirit? Why is this here for Pisces this week? The 5 of Swords. Okay. So, 5 of Swords is all about more conflict, loss, and feeling defeated. But why? Why, if we have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor, are we still in our head thinking that we have been defeated? So the 5 of Swords could also mean that you're possibly taking a turn down a path that isn't the most stand up kind of energy. This could be you possibly swaying from your moral compass. So maybe you are not playing fair. And I'm starting to think the advice from Spirit here is you've got to play fair if you are going to make that quick decision with the Emperor backing you up. So don't get stuck in this 5 of Swords, getting away from our moral compass, this gloating. Let's not sacrifice integrity for whatever we believe will be the answer to move us forward faster. Don't lose your integrity. There you go. That's where that one was going. Don't lose your integrity. You're going to have to make a decision. Make sure it's an integral one. Because then we go into possible outcome for the week. Possible outcome starts with the Hermit. Again, this is all looking within. The Hermit is very close to the High Priestess. The Hermit is about soul searching, self-reflection, and looking again for that inner guidance. Because then we have the King of Swords, who is the master of reason and logic. He's very intellectual, analytical. This is a very structured type of energy, and it's all based on truth. So why do we have the Hermit and the King of Swords here for Pisces for possible outcome? Because we have the Hierophant. And this is interesting because the Hermit is telling you to look within for the knowledge, but the Hierophant is telling you to look outside. The Hierophant is all about traditional values, traditional learning. This, to me, always represents like your core value system, but the process of actually learning it. So it's as if you were going back in time and you are that child and your family is working with you to give you the quote unquote structured life rules that you need to be a good person. That is the Hierophant kind of energy. It's all about institutions, about going to school to learn. It is going to church to celebrate with your community. It's that type of structured energy. So you've got the Hermit, which is asking you to look within. You've got the Hierophant, who's asking you almost to look outside of you. And then we have the King of Swords telling you to be logical. I think there's two parts of you. And the King of Swords is here to tell you, think it through. Take the feeling out of it. So you're doing some soul searching, you're getting all those feelings fixed. And then you're trying to also bring in traditional values. And the King of Swords is here to tell you, you have to use a little reason and logic. You really have to think this one through because it's not going to be so cut and dry. As soon as I put down the Hierophant, I said, this is an interesting combination because it's not cut and dry. But yet the King of Swords is here to say, it can be. It really can be cut and dry. Just think it through. Apply logic and reason to the situation that you're dealing with, and it can be that simple. So let's grab our Alchemy of the Spirit card and figure out what is going to wrap up this reading for Pisces. The Key. And the Key is all about sign of revelation and openness. Everything you are searching for already lies within your heart. I wonder if that's why we got the High Priestess and the Hermit in the same reading. What secrets lie within your heart? What do you desire and hope with your whole soul? You keep so many wonders within you. Just imagine the possibilities you could unlock if you lived from your potential instead of living in fear. But before you go any further, you need to believe you are enough. And that is something that needs to rise with honesty from your heart. The whole world could be rooting for you, but if you don't see yourself as the brilliant being you are, you'll miss out on the blessings life has for you. Therefore, open the secret chambers of your heart and let the light softly enter and heal it. Receive the key as a sign of doors opening for you and overcoming obstacles. But if you find a door that won't open, it just means it's not for you, and the universe is directing you to something better. Okay. I'll go back to one phrase here. You need to believe that you are enough. I want to say that's why you have the Hermit and the Hierophant here. They're asking you to look within and to trust everything you were taught, your core value system. You're not trusting it, Pisces. And the universe is here to tell you that's what's stopping you. If you don't see yourself as the brilliant being you are, you'll miss out on the blessings life has for you. Realize how amazing you are, Pisces. That's your reading for today. So if any of this resonated, I would love a like, share, or follow. It really does help out small channels like mine. And if you made it this far, thank you. I will see you next week.